So what episode are we on now? Mandalorian season 3, episode 2. What
Yep.
chapter is this again?
18.
Okay, 18. The Mines of Mandalore, man.
I couldn't even lie. I got excited when I saw the damn title.
Great title.
When I
Great
saw the
title.
title, I was like, okay, yeah,
Great title.
once they went to the part, it was like,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, yeah, it was like to the point, right?
Yeah.
It's like to the
You
point.
knew what you was getting, right? On the nose.
Mom, they made such a big deal about it, like, I mean, saying it like, and then they actually called the episode that was, I thought it was pretty dope. Like I say, for me, it was like a nice little treat just to call it that.
What were your thoughts, man? What do you think about this episode?
I thought it was, I thoroughly enjoyed it, but just seeing, because we talked a lot about in the first one, the chapter 17, right? The season premiere, it was like we gotta, and I don't want to I'm not overstating this, right? I'm not trying to, but it was just even good to see Grogu not just be cute, right? Because he obviously still a little ass kid. He like 3 or 4, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He like 3
in Yoda years.
Yeah, but it's like I liked how they, because one thing you starting to see with him, and it was good to see, man. Like he listened. Like I love Star Wars for this, man. They always got lessons, right? There's always somebody teaching you something, right? So even when Mandalorian was 2 things I liked about it as it pertains to Grogu, right? It was Mandalorian talking to him, and saying these things, and then like he's paying attention. These mean something to him. Like he even though he can't speak back, he's taking it in. He taking that in. So Mando giving him lessons like, no, Mandalorian, we got to do this, we got to do that, we got to know how to navigate through this.
That's where I grew up.
And you notice with Mandalorian, they don't waste none of that.
Yeah.
Right. Whether you like it or not.
Right.
They don't waste none of it. If they say something early, it's gonna be in the episode later. Right? And nothing's throwaway when it comes to the Mandalorian.
No scraps. Yeah.
Nothing. No fat, they efficient as hell, right? So they talking to him, they do that. So just the fact that he was gathering that, did he do some cute stuff? Yeah, he always gonna do that. But that wasn't the only thing.
He flipped an old girl arms, bro.
He flipped.
That's hinting towards something. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And in that play, now he did it, then he did it again later. He was gonna try to, and I wonder how this is gonna play out, because I got some theories about the entire thing and how this playing. But like, Bo don't talk to him like he goo goo gaga. Now when he talking to Bo, Bo ain't with that shit.
Yeah, Bo is not enamored by his cuteness.
No, she talking to him, but he another person that's starting to get these jewels.
Was only Mandalorian.
He's another one. I started to laugh, like he's another one that's starting to get these jewels, right? Because he's another one that's getting these jewels.
He racking up some jewels now.
He racking up.
Yeah.
You know,
Luke.
He listen to Luke. So you started like,
Luke,
okay, man. What did Luke?
Been in the temple already?
What did he learn from Luke? Oh, Luke kind of tell him like, hey, when you jump, he was like, when you jump, you
Grogu would have been
use the force, and then we see him flip like, oh, okay, cool. When you do this, so he flipping the Pelly's hand. He did and then just him being able to navigate he remembered where the damn map was, and just seeing that was like, okay, cool, man. Like, I know y'all gonna do all that, but y'all gonna give me this, and it probably, because you know me, my line. Grogu got PTSD, right?
Yeah.
And I think we gonna get that. We getting that with all of them. And I'm going too far right now. So we gonna talk a little deeper. But this season, I'm starting to see it. Like the first couple seasons was a Western, right? Space Western. And there's always gonna be element that when it come to Mandalorian.
Space Western / samurai story.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a religious experience they having. This is like
sanctimonious.
Yeah, this is like Moses. Moses starting to lead all the Hebrews out, but somebody ain't gonna be able to make it at the end, because Moses ain't make it.
He couldn't
get in. This is like, this is shaping up. This is a religion, because you start to see the things that's like, everybody had their beliefs, right? So we might see Mandalorian. Let me stop, because I'm going too far. it was just different things that I'm starting to notice in this episode that I notice this is becoming more of like a not, I don't want to say, but just a religious adventure, like where it comes to questioning people's beliefs. Some people's beliefs getting and like I didn't know I had that, but now we saw some things at the end where it was like I think Bo saw some stuff like, oh, right now you want to make me like kind of believer.
There it is.
Well, we might
there
get Mando. He might come on the other side. That's my theory. He might come on the other side like this is what I thought the entire time. It's not it. And then we got this whole thing because we know in the previews that at some point in time, Grogu gonna relive Order 66 again, where like he gonna have to confront that.
Yeah,
you see when he gets scared and shit. I know he's a little kid. He gets scared. Like no, you're gonna have to break through that. Like we out here, you a Mandalorian now. You gonna have to break through that, and everybody gonna have a little moment where either things they've been holding on to, things they need to let go, and that's more of like a awakening kind of to me like a religious experience. And I think this will fall under the line of like great biblical stories or great religious stories. I think this season is really, I mean, the first episode was called The Apostate, man. How fucking incredible is that?
Yeah, bro. That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had to go in the living waters of Mandalore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just seeing, I did text you this. I like the fact that I watched Clone Wars. I like the fact that I watch Rebels. And Dave and John reward me for that.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch the stuff to understand the show, but the fact that I did, thank you. Thank you, man.
It's like the crumbs.
Yeah, just
the good crumbs. You know what I mean? They like
cool, man.
You get you understand. You say you appreciate it more because you know like they actually went in and made sure like, hey, if you did watch this, we got this for you. Here's some extra bits right here for you.
Space whales don't mean nothing to nobody unless you watch Rebels. But it's also dope to see space whales on the outside the damn hyperspace. Like, but then if you watch Rebels, it means something. And then
last time you seen them, he was like, they about to jump into hyperspace.
You see this. You see Mandalore, and you see the ruins, and you see the city, and you remember what it looked like. You remember what it looked like when Obi showed up and he went to go talk to Dustin Scene, and then that terrorist bomb happened, and they cornered down. You know, all those people, Death Watch started showing up and all this, and then he had to go up to the moon, the Concordia, like when we first see the Darksaber. It's like, thank you, because I remember what that looked like, even though it was destroyed. I still remember what that looked like, and it still had that, like y'all even recreated it, and it looked like a fallen, like Rome falling, right? Like, but still, it's like looking at the Colosseum now, but like it was dope, man. And again, I'm not trying to hype it up and be like it was the most perfect episode, but there was, I think I get the story in terms of like the theme of the season. And I'm just giving we're gonna get into the tidbits of it, but just my overall impression was like, yeah, man, and just seeing Grogu move, because it really was about Grogu and Bo, and seeing Grogu move like that. And then I didn't text you this. I fucks with the Mandalorian so heavy from a standpoint of when it's the call to action, there's no hesitation. Every one of them that's like anything worth when it's a call to action, like Mando don't hold up when it's time to go do something.
Fact.
Something happened, he jumped. Mando dropping that water, Bo was right in there.
Bo was in there, bro. Mandalorian is right, bro.
They don't mess around, man.
It's like the second, like she did that in the last season.
The Harris episode.
She keep jumping in water to save this guy. But yeah.
No hesitation in that kind of stuff that they do. Any Mandalorian. And shout out to the damn what's her ship called?
Bo-Katan ship.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to that.
Man, I texted. I said, man, shout out to Dave Filoni for understanding ships need to look dope. Because they do, bro. Like he did that right where the sequel trilogy didn't figure that out. Filoni knew. Because that's something George Lucas used to do, man. It's like every time I do a movie, ships got to be new. They got to look better. That was nice, man. Yeah, that was seeing that in live action now. Man, That's one of the. I like that ship a lot too. It's a great ship.
Yeah, but what's your kind of initial thoughts in the episode, or just takeaways? Like at a
Yeah,
I say
I
at a
like.
high level.
I thought that was an interesting angle. Pause and shit like that you came in there with.
The Gauntlet is our ship.
The Gauntlet. Okay, that's a nice name. Man, yeah. What did I complain about last week? I said, hey man, y'all gotta start showing me something with Grogu, man. This Google Gaga stuff is getting old. He not the cuteness, the novelty of him being just this cute little character is worn off for me. You know what I mean? I was like, I want to see some progression. And you telling me that this guy was with Luke for 2 years and he been with Mando now, all this time. Where is he? Is he progressing? Is it any, what's happening? And this episode answer those questions, man. This dude doing flips now. He trying to sound out words. There seems to be some steps moving forward. And that was a big thing for me. That was one of the my pet peeves from the first episode. And seeing this was just, again, another great standalone episode. But I was most taken back just by Bo-Katan's performance, man. Katie Sackhoff's performance as Bo-Katan, man. It's like, you're right. And I see what you. I didn't think religious. I didn't quite come away with that, but now that you bring that up, that's a great point. Great theory, because I think it's definitely about trying to pull these two sides together, man. We got a nation divided, as they say. A nation of Mandalorians that's all they got left that's divided. One side is crazy about tradition, the other side is crazy about like religion, right? And it's two opposing sides. And like Mando's kind of like in the middle, but he kind of like trying to he literally got one hand on the saber, and then he got the other hand where he's trying to get back in the minds of Mandalore so he can so he won't be an apostate no more. So I think Bo-Katan, and we'll get to the end of the episode, but Bo-Katan, it was interesting what she saw was kind of like you can see little hints where they were trying to show you. There's a lot of stuff with Mandalorian is like right on the nose. It's again, they don't want you. It's not Andor. They're not trying to like
no mental exercise.
The themes are not, like it's everything. It's on the nose. Like you know what's going on, and obviously you see here that throughout the episode that she's trying to they're trying to get they want the audience to know that she's coming around, right? She's very stubborn and she's very she's like jaded by the whole experience.
Yeah.
And what I'm getting to is by the end of the episode, she seen like the effect that Din Djarin is having on the family. Grogu, she can see his conviction, right? It's a part in the show where she's having a conversation with Din Djarin, and she's telling him about her father, and she's real jaded. She's like, yeah, it was my dad, and you know what I mean. They showered me with gifts and blah blah blah. Like you could tell some story that she's jaded about and that she's told over and over again. But Mando is like listening, like, yeah, oh, really? Like he like really into. He's like, man, your father sounds like a great man. I would have liked to have known him. And she like give him this look, like
he just gave me chills, bro.
Yeah, she give him this look, and it's like. They want us to know that she's coming around, man. She's the queen she's supposed to be the queen, man. And the fact that we see her the first episode, got her leg up. She's just over the whole idea.
Yeah, she moping.
She moping around. Yeah, she moping. She pouty. Pouty, and she just real passive aggressive about it. This episode, he literally has to pull her into action. He don't do it because he out of commission. But Grogu come through and she like that. She taken back off of that. Like, damn, man, you just navigated your way back here.
And it was instant.
Yeah, the R2 unit, R4 unit, R5. I think it is. Yeah, R5 unit. The R5 unit helped, but it's like she like, wait a minute, what did he do? He doing what? And by the time she get there, she save him, and They're you know what I mean, she wielding the dark saber, man, gives it back to him with no problems. By the way, I thought that was gonna be some conflict.
I
I
got
thought that
you.
was I thought that was
We
gonna
need
be
to
some
talk
conflict.
about. We need to talk
Yeah,
about this. But go ahead.
yeah.
I didn't even think about that, but you're
I
absolutely
thought it was
right.
gonna be some conflict. She handed back to him with no problems. So there's no conflict there. But yeah, I liked it, man. I liked it a lot. I thought it was compelling, man. I was like, this is how the show, in my opinion, should have started. But not to just harp on that, but I was like, this is it.
Should have gave us the 2 episodes. They should have dropped the 2.
And we talked about that's a great point you made about Mandalorians, man, being the call to action, like boom, something happened, man. They gonna back you up or they gonna fight you, right?
One of the
you either getting the smoke or they saving your life.
You're absolutely
but
right.
they go all the way, bro. They don't half stepping with them. They gonna murk everybody in the room or they gonna save everybody in the room, including just like that's how Din Djarin come. That's how he became a Mandalorian. They saved him. They took out these droids and they saved him. The point I'm trying to make is you see here, you got we talked about like, man, there needs to be a Mandalorian show. No, man, this is it. This season 3 is about Mandalore, the Mandalorian. Yeah. We learning all this Mandalorian
Star Wars
lore.
Mandalore.
This is Mandalore. This is the show, man. This show is more as much about the Mandalorians as it is the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
like this is about the Mandalorians. This season right here, we gonna learn about the fate of Mandalore. This whole everything is focused on Mandalore,
and that goes together. Again, I'm not trying to brag about it. That goes together what I'm saying about the really, like, if it's being about Mandalore and the whole lore, and you hear when they tell the story, that would make sense about what the theme. It couldn't be more pew 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 like that on that level, like super Western. There has to be some, because we questioning people's beliefs. You see that, and I mean to cut you, I'm gonna let you go, but you saw the end of the episode, even when he started doing the creed, like she was like, damn, that because Din is
it's his conviction. His conviction.
I always call him naive and stuff, but Din is genuine.
He pure, right?
He pure heart, man.
He really believes, man.
He ain't pure, bro.
He the only time he gonna try to like trick somebody is to help somebody else. You know what I mean? But it's like somebody. He's trying to get a bounty hunter. That side of it. When it comes to this Mandalorian shit, his conviction is unmatched. And I think that's what's winning her over. Is
absolutely.
She's like, damn, man, this dude is he really believed this. Because she even made fun of him, like, I always thought that, I think it's cute that you believe in fairy tales and all this, but it's like, nah, man, he lived this.
Let me give you the full tour. Like when she went to go read that, she was like, let me give you the full tour. And whoop-de-doo-de-doo. And then
he was with it.
Mythosaur. Because like even when he said that thing of when she was going off, not going off, when she was telling that story about her father, man, it was like, he sounded like a great man. I would have liked to read him. He meant that shit.
And then she looked at him like,
and when she said, yeah, he passed away defending Mandalore, he stepped back and said, this is the way. Yo, that was in his heart, man.
Yeah, that was, hey, bro, that was some honorable shit. Like he was acknowledging.
He an honorable dude, ain't he, man?
He was like, bro, that dude, again, that dude is pure of heart, right? And he like what other character? I'm trying to compare him to another charter, right? Like,
I'm not that. I'm telling you why you gave me chills, because it made me think about something, and I'm gonna take it back to Rebels.
What's that?
I'm gonna take it back to Rebels. And although I'm not gonna say she was pure, she was when Sabine showed up on Mandalore, they said she was the best of us. And they was ready to follow her, but she wasn't ready to lead. And that's when she gave up the saber. I see a similar situation, but what I think that what they all finding out is that I don't like, let me just call it what it is. I think Bo gonna get the saber, but they ain't gonna be worried about that. You get the lead Mandalore with the saber, because Din gonna be the best of us. Din is the best of us. We don't. It may be him riding. We talk about the end of it.
Din the best of us.
Din is the best of us, and that's what what's his name? Foul Ren. Whatever. He wasn't a Ren. The Mandalorian that they converted. Did he join the rebellion with them? And then when they met Bo. And then when him and Bo started talking, they said Sabine is the best of us. And when you said that thing, when you said Jelon, it made we was talking about how pure he is, and you had said something earlier, and I was like, damn, you just gave me chills because it made me think of that. And Den is the best of everybody.
Yeah,
I went from thinking that in the beginning when I was watching the episode and I seen Bo getting nice. I don't think Den gonna end up with that. I think Bo gonna end up with it. That's hers, but it ain't gonna matter about leading Mandalore by the end. Because Den is the best of us.
It's gonna be about following Den.
Den is the best of it. They all gonna figure out at some point in time, like this kind of like belief system we had is actually holding us back in some sort of way. Right.
We need to come together because they on two opposing sides, man. It's again, you got one side just leaning to tradition, the other side leading to the they can be a civil war, Mandalorians. But it's gonna come down. I think it's the metaphor of it, right? It's the metaphor of him taking this child, man. That's what's gonna have to win people over. They're gonna have to understand because they seeing it from both sides. You know, Bo and her team kind of was looking at it like, I mean, yeah, we gonna save you, bro. I mean, if you say so, we'll save the kid too. You know what I mean? Oh, that's a family. Okay, we don't look at that quite the same way y'all do. You know, your clan did, but you know, they respect it. But you know, for the other side, they looking at it like, well, you gotta, if you got a family, then you gotta do the whole thing. You know what I mean? You gotta.
Yours as his father.
Yeah. Y'all, what do you say? Y'all a clan of two or something like that?
Yeah. Father and the son.
Yeah, she's like, all right, if you gonna do this, then you gotta go through all the steps, you know. And in the process, he took his helmet off. She's like, well, you ain't a Mandalorian no more. Now he gotta, you know, he kind of completed that. You know, that's his founding, and you know, he training him now. But yeah, he got to go back and do this thing with. And I just like I said, I keep saying it, but yeah, his conviction. And her seeing the fact that, like, damn, this dude really is going, even though he came there and told her, like, hey, I'm going back to Mandalore. You know what I mean? She kind of like laughed at him. She was pouting. Yeah. But for her to actually see it in action now and to see that even after he kind of like got captured and she saved his life, he's still like, oh, I got to complete this mission. You know what I mean? I got to keep going. So, yeah, I'm repeating the same thing I just said. But yeah, man, we got to get to that. We got to get to that last part, though. We got to get to that last part because that last part is huge, man. They see the sign, the signal that we've known Mandalore for, the mythosaur, Boba Fett. I think the first time we seen this on screen was Boba Fett is a mythosaur in his armor. Now it's funny because she literally explains to him the legend of the Mandalorians is that they killed them. They basically killed the mythosaurs and took over the waters. And again, this is all revelation for her because she finds out that not only is there still life on Mandalore, there's a mythosaur still on Mandalore.
Mythosaur still on Mandalore.
So it like shit's starting to get real for her, bro. Like she's starting to realize like there's a chance here that we can do this all over again. We can relive the legend.
Yeah.
We can take out this mythosaur again and literally reclaim our home world.
Oh,
that's what I think this is about. Is that we're going to have to take this thing out again, and we're gonna earn it like we're gonna get it like our ancestors got it. That's a big ass mythosaur, man. It seemed peaceful, man. Like I know it probably snatched Den down, but it kind of was chilling. It didn't even go after
because it could have hulked when she was going up. Yeah,
he came up. He looked.
He didn't even have to lift his face. His eyes went up like. That's how large that thing was. Pause.
What's that? So, yeah, you see, we for the first time we see a mythosaur, which I didn't even know was like an aquatic type creature. But because I seen concept art of a mythosaur from like the original trilogy, but. This is a myth. Nah, that was a crate dragon. I'm lying. That was a crate dragon. Let me not get those mixed up. Never seen a mythosaur until now. I don't think we've ever seen it on live action. So this is a mythosaur, and it's living in Mandalore, man. Again, remember, we find out a lot. Now we jumped ahead, but let's walk back to how we got here. there's some type of synthetic creature that captures Din Djarin. So it's kind of like a synthetic, some type
Like
of mix of synthetic and organic creature.
Yeah.
Who which
It's
I
like
found
Grievous. There was or with organic.
Yeah. He kind of it's like it seems like he has claimed a lot of Mandalorians, man. This helmet, it's all types of armor laying around, man. And we don't really I don't think we've seen this creature in any other shows or anything like that, but it seems like he's draining. It's kind of horrible, you know what I mean? Like whatever plans he had.
It was a slow death.
Yeah,
too,
it was gonna
right?
be a slow, torturous death.
He was getting your nutrients out your body.
Yeah. So and he got like 2 phases, right? He got like a synthetic body that he walks around in. Then he got like this big arachnid type armor that he kind of like captured people with. So
yeah, like
he got Din Djarin hemmed up. You know what I mean? Din Djarin Dunzo.
And he like locked.
Yeah, he locked. Like he
can't even move.
Grogu, I was like, damn, man, what is Grogu gonna do here? Grogu kind of like waiting.
He has survival skills, right? Like
the
way he was like hide behind the thing and all this.
He kind of surveying, like, I can't take this thing. Like whatever force powers he think he can use, he like, it ain't gonna be enough. You know, you know what I mean? We see Grogu actually strategize and say, like, man, I could, you know, I lifted a what was it?
Rancor.
Yeah, I think it was a Rancor, right? It was.
You mean the
not
first
a Rancor?
One he got.
The first one.
The first one he got. God dang it, we know
he done did a lot, right?
Yeah.
Mudhorn was it, right? So he lifted it. He can do that, but it's like, if I do that, I'm gonna pass out. So you see him formulating this in his head. So he like, yeah, you know what? And then you kind of like watching it. You like, wait a minute, is he just gonna run away? He don't run away. He gets back in the ship and navigates his way back. Now, I'm bringing this up because I'm just going over the fact that not only did they have to deal with the synthetic creature, there's some sort of like underground mole people.
Yeah, Alamites.
Yeah, Alamites. Alamites who are inhabiting what's left of Mandalore, and apparently they cannibals. But they were gonna eat, so they trying to get at Mando, and so that's a lot of life. And then we also find out that the air is breathable, so there's a lot of life on Mandalore.
Bo kind of said that though, she cut off because she saw no, I think this was after she saw the ones at the top and she shot them down. But she was like, these are Alamite. They were kind of lived on the outskirts of the city.
So they were there before, right?
She was like, if they're alive, that could mean, and then it kind of, when it was like, you could tell her mind is kind of like wheels are turning in her head, like, oh
yeah.
Damn,
so that's what I mean. So she's slowly seeing life. She's slowly starting to get this. Again, it's the revelations to her is that she's like, wait a minute, damn, these Alamites still alive. The synthetic creature was down here, and she started taking him on a tour, and it's like he gets sucked down into the water. She jump in immediately, saved it, go all the way to the bottom. Like he at the bottom chilling,
no, another Mando slump.
Another Mando slump moment. You know what I mean? So he slumped. She go all the way down, and as she coming up, it's a mythosaur, man, and it's just looking at her like it's big as hell. Like this mythosaur is gonna be like this. Look like the final boss.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like this look like it's gonna be the final boss of maybe this next episode because it seemed like they got right to this whole Waters of Mandalore thing.
Oh yeah,
they got right to this shit. We thought this was gonna be
I mean to cut you, my bad.
Nah, you good.
I'm just saying, like, to get to the minds of the Mandalore this quick, and then almost like 90% of the trailer was these first 2 episodes.
That's what they. Ooh, I meant to text you that. But I was like, let me wait till we record. You right, bruh. We done seen most of what we seen in the trailer.
Yeah,
bro. So what else do they got planned, bro? We got a whole
2 scenes.
Yeah, like we got bro, that whole scene when she first flying to Mandalore and see the destroyed city, to see the remains. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be like in the middle of the bro.
That's take us forever in this season to get to that.
Bro, we got that out of the way. So there ain't that much that we seen. The whole him Grogu using the force on the Alamite and throwing him out the cave. That was a big moment in the trailer, bro. Like that took up a lot of the trailer for us to be there already. Like, damn, man,
what else he got there? Like, and we got Order 66. And that's it. So we know that's gonna be a pivot. But it's like for him to do that, like you say, what else he got in his bag? Because he did that quick. You're right. He did it in the second episode.
It's like, bro, what else do you got planned, bro? Because so I'm excited as hell. I'm hyped off that. Because I was like, when I seen, I'm like, oh, we doing this now. Yeah. So I'm like, that means we got a bunch of stuff we have no idea.
You got me.
We get into.
You got me thinking something though when you said the thing about the mythosaur, because that could be another sign of conflict, right? Now that could like thinking about it, like when I was like, oh yeah, they may have their ideals change, and like the saber might not mean as much as it meant by the end, and and all this, and then the way might mean, like we hold true to the way, but it's not this end all be all.
Yeah.
But if because Bo, even though she probably get a little bit more lightened, she still ain't gonna stop being stubborn and gold-minded and pissy about it, right? To pardon my French. She might want to take this thing out on some old, now I'm starting to believe the legend, and then might not be like, no, that's not what we about to unite our, like then they might not be with that. Like we gonna just knock off a mythosaur. Like that's not the mission.
Like a symbol of the people, bro. Like that'd be like literally like, bro, that'd be like if I told you like, man, that's a goddamn bird in my attic. And you like, well, what is it? It's American. It's the last bald American eagle. You like, all right, bro. That's like a symbol of our nation. You know what I mean? Like,
you gotta chill.
Yeah, calm down, B.
You gotta chill.
It's a mythosaur, and it was chilling. Like it wasn't like it came out rah.
It wasn't like the crate dragon.
Nah, B. It was like peaceful. Like this thing might be like sentient. This thing might be down there, bro. Like I ain't gonna say it's like the Bendu or nothing like that. I'm just thinking. That's a great point, man. I didn't even really think about that until you brought it up. Yeah, this thing might be chilling. This thing might just be like, nah, this might be to unite the people. Cause it's like, that thing's still alive. That's a mythosaur that done came back. That's a symbol like this y'all second chance as a people, as a planet. A mythosaur done came back. This how y'all got here. This how y'all became the Mandalorian.
Oh, the legend is real.
The legend is real, first of all. So, cause she just completely, her thing, Bo-Katan thing is like, if I can't hold it, it's not real. Like, you know what I mean? She seems to be, if it's not tangible, if it's not something like, if I ain't blasting it, or I ain't flying through in it, or I can't capture it or wield it, it's not real. She don't believe in like, she look at things like fairy tales, like, oh, that's just that ain't real, And I think she was saying some stuff about Jedi, right? Like,
yeah, I like that conversation.
Yeah, what was the question she asked?
She was like, said, hey, like, I don't know what they told you. She's like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, our people used to fight together.
Yeah, we fought together.
Yeah.
Are you? And she was like, how strong are you with the Force? How good are you with the Force? Gotta be good to get to. Like it was like a video game, man. It was like a cutscene at a video game right there, man.
Mandalorian is a video game, bro.
God damn it, just man. Oh, that baby. Yeah. That little conversation they was having, I appreciated it because we saw it earlier. Even though he did the flip and the Pelly was on some, that's his first word, and was like, but then like when she was talking to him, it's like, you gonna talk to him, we gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
That's a good hold on. And that's a good thing to go back to what you were saying earlier. You're right. Grogu is now in another phase of communication.
Mm-hmm.
Grogu is no longer the what you think about that? What you think about that?
No
comprehension. Nah, bro. He not on words yet. But we out of the goo goo gaga, and now we in some like middle. You know what I mean? Like he's communicating a certain way, bro. He responding, bro. Like Again, he snuck in.
What if that scene? What if that scene that the Order 66 scene is? What if the Order 66 scene is Grogu showing Mando?
Ooh, you mean like putting a memory in his head?
Like, like this is like his first form of real communication to him like that. I mean, this is me doing, man, I think they're gonna have animation in Doctor Strange too.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there. That's deep.
I said that about Obi. I said Obi, my theory was Obi was gonna put memories in Leia's head, bro. Obi-Wan was gonna put memories in Leia's head, and that's why in Return of the Jedi she tells Luke, "I got memories of my mom." That did not happen.
Oh, remember
that's what I'm saying. And the only thing I would say about that is, has a precedent been set for something like that to happen?
No precedent.
Anything is possible with the Force, right?
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. You can heal people with that shit. You can force lightning. You can move Star Destroyers. But I ain't ever seen nobody put memories in somebody's head. Now, a question I'm asking though, because you brought it up, and if that ain't the case, if he not doing that, then who bringing his memory back?
Who bringing that memory?
I highly doubt he's gonna just do this on his own. So are we gonna see Ahsoka again? She seemed like she ain't want nothing to do with Grogu after that. After she said she couldn't train him, she seemed like she wasn't keen on trying to really get involved.
She ain't want her hands.
She got a lot of fear
involved with that. Yeah,
she got a lot of fear of Anakin. Okay, and she recognized that, like, hey, Grogu in his feelings.
I sense much fear in him.
So either we gonna see another Jedi, or he gonna clunk his head. He gonna hit his head on something and be like, I remember everything. And I hope and what if he just start talking off that? Like,
because Grogu talking this season. See, they setting it up.
That's what I'm saying. They drip feed.
They setting this up.
He's already in another phase of communication. Like,
yeah,
he's advanced from the first episode.
Yeah, Grogu talking.
He was making noises, bro. Like, it wasn't Goo Goo Gaga, man. Like, he was trying to talk. Like, he was responding with shit. Like, he was
he knew his way. Yo, how dope was it? We're gonna get back to that, but how dope was it? I think I like this about Star Wars, how dope was it when they finally they sent R5 back, got the reading about the air. Mando was just happy that the air was breathable. He didn't really question, like, why are they saying it's poisonous? He just saying air is breathed, like, but he hyped about it, and then they went back over, and then him and Grogu just went off that cliff. And that shit went just like that, just a little subtle thing when they went off the cliff and he had the jetpack and they dropped down into his pod. And then I was just like, oh, man, it's a video game, bro, man.
Oh, man.
And then Grogu went back and then he floated up, and then obviously they went back down again with Bo-Katan. But just that first, I was just like, man, that's
a good question, bro. Is he controlling that through the Force? How's he doing that? How's he navigating, bro?
He remembered the way back. And then he knew to go up,
bro. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
because you see the thing in the first season, like the pod is like controlled. He controlled it on his wrist.
Mando controlled it.
Yeah, so it's like, man, how's Grogu moving the pod? I guess he got like a little button in there, but still, it's like, damn, bro. Like man.
He was wiggling, and it wasn't just like, and it wasn't just like, if you want to complain, he'd be like, there's some goofy elements too, but it was like, I believed it. Right, yeah. I believed it, like that. That was happening. Like he had a call. He was on some Mandalorian shit. He had a call to duty, and he just rushed into what he needed to get done. Like, we are efficient with that stuff.
He went back and got bold off the memory of the last season when she saved him in the water. Like, hey,
it's just when you think about that, like that, you make a great point up, man. It's like if he don't conjure that up, because they like, it's the only thing we got is them telling us that kid's got special abilities, right? But we seen him force heal, we seen him blah blah blah. But that would be amazing. But it almost seemed like, you're right, it has to be another Jedi involved, and it can't be Ahsoka, because Ahsoka don't want the attack. Like, he got to tell all this and all that. Ahsoka not doing nothing with that. Do I think we're gonna see Luke? Yeah, but not for that reason though, right? Not for them to do the same thing again, right?
Yeah, where he just obliterated everybody.
Yeah, he's just like just to he brought up Order 66. We would have seen it then.
I just got chills, bro. Hold on, because I'm gonna let you finish, but go ahead. I think
Just
something about
ahead.
to happen, bro. Oh my
Go ahead, because I don't want to keep talking and say your line.
You just brought something up, bro. Are you serious, bro? Can you imagine?
Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Because we gonna touch on this too. They brought up somebody. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Up until that Mythosaur showed up, this was the most interesting. This is the most thing that had me thinking the most. They brought up Boba Fett in this show.
They brought up Boba Fett, bro.
But hold on. We're gonna get to that. But bro, can you imagine Boba Fett and Luke having a reunion?
Oh,
and them just looking at each other like, bro, he killed Boba Fett, bro. Well, wait. Well, technically it was Han. It was Han. Okay, so
but
that's not
what
he
was there for.
He was there,
it
bro.
It wasn't gonna happen if it wasn't for Luke. Saddle bar was a saddle bar, whatever they call it. Was that the saddle bar? What's the Hutt's little shit?
You talking about Jabba's yacht?
Yeah.
I
feel like they called it a saddle bar.
Last time they met, bro. He sliced he cut his blaster in half and he tied him up in wire. You know what I mean? Like he had Luke like hemmed up. Like Luke was like, oh shit. And if it wasn't for Han being blind and hitting his jetpack,
making it fly all crazy.
This nigga but this nigga's now granted, see, this is what pissed me off about thinking about the Book of Boba Fett is he don't really harbor no ill will off that. He done been through so much of a transformation that we're not gonna get this reunion where he like, you know what I mean? Where he like pissed, like I guess to kill your ass right now. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like, so Luke gonna be like, so.
But hold on. The way Pelly said that line.
Yeah, let's go back to the Boba Fett line. You're right.
The way she said that line, like he's like, I'm here on business. Were you here to take out one of the Hutts back, or you here to take out Boba Fett? Like
she said, take him up. I thought I heard take him up. Like
take him up?
Yeah, like take him. Like that's a good day. That's debatable now. You might be right.
Oh, okay.
But I heard what I heard
is what I was about to say. Then
what I heard was, are you taking up Boba Fett? You want the Hutts, like you want to take him up on taking out the Hutts, bro? They just dropped. They literally foreshadow the season 2 of the Book of Boba Fett, which again, Revelations. I'm like, damn, that's gonna be a season 2. And then you telling me the Hutts coming back? That's dope as hell. I'm interested in that. The Hutts, bro. The Hutts is like the mafia, bro. They like the mob.
Yeah.
They like the biggest gangsters.
Even Qui-Gon said
Empire
that. Like, Qui-Gon was like, they ain't gonna come over there because the Hutts. That's the Hutts territory.
Yeah, Jedi and Empire respected, or both sides respected the Hutts, and that's been since the beginning of time. So it's like. He gotta okay. Again, it's kind of like you start thinking like, damn. So what you telling me is that's gonna be what season 2 is about? But go ahead though. What was your theory on that? If you saying it was take out Boba Fett, what was you coming up with off that? Because that's interesting. If you think
because if it's take out Boba Fett, if it's take out Boba Fett, then if a situation like that will Luke come up, it's all smoke. Right? Is Boba, because they try to say at the end, like maybe we're not made for this, right? When it was her and Fennec, like this ain't our deal, trying to be like these nice leaders or whatever, some shit like that. But remember, they were saying at the end, like we tried it this way, this ain't us. We're not some altruistic, benevolent leaders, right? Yeah. Like we put in work, right? We probably trying to be kingpins at this point, right? We might need to be who we really are. That's how maybe that's how to end it. And if and if he said you here to, because I heard it as Boba on some bullshit. you here to take care of that.
I hope not.
Like
I hope I don't do that. You can't take Boba. I think that
she said take him up, like he might. Yeah, I think Boba had a job or something for him. Like he might have called him up or something, and she just.
And he kind of shrugged it off too.
Kind of how like Fennec showed.
He don't really acknowledge. Yeah, he don't really acknowledge it as like, oh yeah, you know what it is. It's a problem. Shit. He kind of just like, nah, I got to finish this mission before I take up Boba Fett again. Like, damn.
Yeah, because that snuck up like we just. But and what again? Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau. They don't waste nothing. Nothing gets wasted. Boba gonna be there, but yeah, Boba getting to season 2. I always thought that. I think the real thing is the way they talking is are they doing the Obi season 2? And now they all showing up at Celebration.
Yeah, they said they spoiled it. I think that leaked out. They said there was some leaks off. You talking about Obi season 2?
Yeah, because they talking that noise and it's like Obi season 2. And they talking that noise, so it's like, and they all gonna be a Celebration. It's like, what are they all going? Shout out to Ewan McGregor. You know, that's my Obi, but it's like, what do we need Obi season? I don't want to be negative. Let's go back.
Let's get back to positivity. We doing something. We got something good.
Happening.
We got the one thing in Star. You know, one of the things in Star Wars that do work, and that's the Mandalorian. Yeah, but I really was. I walked away from that like, man, damn, like y'all sold me on Boba Fett's book of Boba Fett season 2. Y'all like, what's your line? Something I didn't even know I needed. You know what I mean? Like I was good after that first season. I was like, I was like, man, don't hurt my boy anymore, man. Just let him just kind of be. He gonna be a background character. He gonna come help Den out when he needed. But don't do no more shows, man. Y'all just kind of ruined. I mean, I ain't gonna say y'all ruined him, but y'all kind of like
didn't do a good show.
Y'all didn't do a good. Yeah, y'all didn't do him justice. But
just those.
I gotta believe that. I gotta believe a few things here. One, they're not gonna use Robert Rodriguez again in season 2. 2,
won't let him be the showrunner.
They exactly get him out of there.
Maybe direct the episode or 2, something like that. But
maybe, but hopefully not even that.
He might not even get that. He might be done.
His episodes, his Boba Fett was trash, but they're going to. And again, this is being optimistic. I gotta believe that they read the backlash, right? That they aware of. Like Dave Filoni and John don't play around. Like they know what's going on, bro. They know that people was unhappy with it, and they know why. So going into the season 2, I think they're gonna bring Boba Fett back as Boba Fett. You gonna let this dude be Boba Fett. So I'm excited, man. To me, that's my favorite character. You know what I mean? So it's like for me to finally hear that, like, oh shit, man, the Hutt's coming back. Plus the Hutts, bro. I want to see that, bro. I want to see that.
I need to know this, man. I need to know this Boba Fett line now because you just revealed an interesting storyline for Boba Fett.
Because if it's
like that's like a legit Boba Fett season right there. Boba and the Hutts, because that little Hutt, the little cousin Hutts, they was goofy, man. They wasn't like. You know what I'm saying? Because they had some Hutts where they was just like, and they was talking basic. Wasn't they too? Wasn't they talking basic? Or am I making that up? I might be extra.
No, they was not. I didn't hear
they wasn't talking basic. Okay.
No, they was talking Hutts.
You know what? You know what's making? I think the one in the Clone Wars with the Southern accent was talking basic.
That was I never liked that, bro. That's Dave Filoni. Hey man, Dave Filoni be on. Hey, most of the time he be hitting, bro, but a lot of times he be on some bullshit, man. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like. Why you giving a Hutt a fucking Southern accent, bro? That ain't even. Yeah. But I mean, it works with other characters though. It worked with shout out to your cab.
Yeah.
It worked for him, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like, because that makes sense. It's a Western, but it's like, you do that. I don't know, but nah. Shout out to Dave Filoni, man. He do a great job.
Cab Bane work.
Cab Bane work. You know what I mean?
That Hutt.
The name and then the action is like, all right, this is perfect, but. Don't do that with the Hutt, bro. How you used to talk,
man. You love me, show. Yeah, I can't remember his voice.
I'm sorry, and he was kind of like,
he was saucy with it, like, because he was sus. He was sus, wasn't he, man? But he had the little girl, and he was like, you know, I love you, shorty. Gonna go ahead. And then she was Southern too, like,
he was like a deputy. What they call them, deputies. What they call them, Southern people, man. He was, you know what I mean? Antebellum Hutt and shit, man. Like
he was one,
That was I didn't understand that, bro. I was like, okay, why are we doing this? You know, like it's kind of weird.
It was one of those.
It's kind of wing, but yeah, man, you know what? I'm just pulling shit up. Let me look at this line, bro, because this gonna bother me. I want to know, man, because if it's the other way, then it's like Damn, Mando versus now again. And I'm just me playing devil's advocate, but we haven't seen Din Djarin versus Boba Fett. We think we know who will win. I think people have the idea of like, man, how that would play out. But I'm hoping that's not the case. I don't want Boba Fett to be a complete villain.
I want him to be a buck like this. So hold on, when you say we know who will win, like who we think, who you think which side, which way you saying? Like you think the general public might say Mando?
I think so
because I feel you just from like the hype.
Yeah,
but if you was outside, if you know, and just seeing that episode when he put in work,
But got all that. But it's like what have you done for me lately? And if you looking at and if what have you done for me lately is Book of Boba Fett, you like, man.
Boba Fett episode, he can't see Mando.
Yeah.
But we might got Mando that's not on his dean right now. He got conflict because he still can't lift the sword.
Yeah.
Right. He got to sort through this shit out. Hey man, Boba might smack him a couple times, man. like Boba's episode of Mando, that guy with the knee missiles, knee rockets.
That dude's a problem. That dude's a tank.
Remember, he was about to brush some teeth with the stick. What's that? Brushing his teeth with the with the panther. Hey, about to brush some teeth, and then he. Man, listen.
Hold on.
Well, that boy Boba was about to brush some teeth, man, when he cracked that dude's face.
Hey, man. Oh, man. He's about to brush some teeth. Oh, man. Real talk.
Hold on, man. I'm about to pull this up. Man, Boba one playing, man, with that. What's that stick called, man?
What was it? The gaffy or whatever.
The gaffy stick.
Yeah.
Well, that boy was about to brush some teeth, man.
Yeah, it was whoa. He wrecked them stormtroopers in that when he
came
Yeah, you know what? Because I was gonna give Din, for some reason, I was gonna give Din just like the upper hand with hand-to-hand combat. Hold on, fam. Like he did some of that work without his armor.
All day, I'm very popular.
He was just wrecking with the gaffy stick, like
the gaffy stick.
Speaking of, hold on, I got an Ezra line too. I got an Ezra line. I'm gonna drop after this.
Yeah,
more jewels for Ezra. More jewels for Ezra, bro. But we'll get to that.
You hear that? Purring like a nuzzle shrew.
No complaints. Still faster than I know what to do with.
There he is.
Man, his shit is one of the best ever, bro.
Yeah.
Like I want that on my. I need that.
Yeah.
I need that replica, bro.
Did you hear that? He said Ellie.
I'm here on business.
Oh, are the hunt's back? You taking out Boba Fett?
I need a droid part.
What'd he say?
You taking out Boba Fett?
Oh! Wait a minute, play it back. Are we?
Ellie.
I'm here on business.
Oh, are the hunt's back? You taking out Boba Fett?
I need a droid part.
I mean, unless the text wrong, you know what I'm saying?
Taking out Boba Fett. I hear you though, but I think I don't want to make it like I'm just sunning the line. But I'm putting less stock in the entire line now because I just think it's just her saying it's almost a joke to her. I don't think she's seriously asking this guy
I need a droid part.
if he's taking out Boba Fett. I think she just mentioned it hurts me because now it kills my theory, but it also tells me that they just wanted to mention Boba Fett. I don't think it says anything about the season.
Yeah,
I think she's just saying, "What, you taking out Boba Fett?" I don't think she's seriously saying that to him. I think
she might be saying it like, "Oh, you trying to control it now?
Yeah,
like,
you want to run the place
as
now?
opposed like because when I synced it, it was like, oh, Bobo on that shit now. I read it as
I just kind of lose stock to me because it's like, okay, okay, you just saying that you know,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, you the boss now, and it's like that's why he kind of the line went right through him because he like, nah, I'm on here. I got business. I got shit to do. Because if she, yeah.
So
I think so.
It's gonna be a receipt clip because that's gonna come back.
Yeah,
right. That
they don't say you're right because they don't say
back.
anything. Yeah, they don't say anything for just like it's a reason for everything. Like you said, there's a reason they say something.
It's gonna be,
but the Huts are back part is the stock where I will put right. The Huts,
the
Huts
are
gonna come back.
So we're gonna see which part of that line because at some episode we're gonna be like, "Are you hearing a bit? You hear the Huts are back, Boba Fett," and then that's gonna be the episode that Boba or i.e. the Hut appears, right? They let us know this episode when they kept saying mythosaurs, even though they brought it up, season 2.5, the mythosaurs, and then they brought it up in the beginning of this episode. You got to know we get the mythosaurs by the end. At some point in time, we get one, right? Previously on, when they do that line coming back previously on, might not be about Boba, might be more about the Hut.
We're gonna see that line,
or it might just be the hookup episode, or because he's going to have, I don't care, whatever we got going on, there's going to be the roundup episode. Episode 7 is the roundup episode where he's gonna have to get his posse together to go do what they got to do.
He gonna help out, bro. He gonna help. And again, it's a video game. It's okay. Main objective is right now is go bathe in the waters of Mandalore. Then the sub objectives, the side missions become, or like the little objectives in between become, go back and get Bo-Katan to save Din. And then it's back to, all right, now get in the waters. Okay, now it's, oh no, save Din. Now it's going to be something else. Whatever that objective is going to be, yeah, you're right. Like, that's going to be the one. But what have we seen in the first 2 seasons? Hey, man, if I do this for you, like a video game, hey, before I do this for you, you got to, GTA and shit. Yeah, man, I'll give you the car, but you got to go rob this bank for me. And it's like, this video game writing, this is going to be, we might see, you might go to Boba Fett, like, hey, I need your whatever army you built or whatever. We're going to need you. Oh, and we definitely going to need your help in this reclaiming Mandalore. And Boba Fett going to be like, man, I ain't even from there. You're going to give him this whole shit about, I'm not really a Mandalorian.
Hey, man, how much does either, I bet it's John, but it's probably Filoni, but I bet it's John. How much do they love the fucking freaking Phantom Menace? I mean, they even put in Boonta Eve. They put in Boonta Eve, man. Like that Mandalorian episode, and the 2 Mandalorian episodes, but the first one, the Return of the Mandalorian, was basically a callback. The entire episode was a callback to the Phantom Menace, right? And just for them to be having Boonta Eve, that got to be John, right? I mean, I saw.
You notice that?
I think it's probably Dave.
That whole episode, the way it started, this episode how it started off, he was a Phantom Menace. It was like, damn, it hit me like, because you could have went a few different ways. Like you could have been like, oh, damn, episode, like A New Hope. You know what I mean? Like, but nah, it was like, damn. Phantom Menace, like you said, Boonta Eve was there. He was like,
Eve, and it was like that was Anakin talking about Boonta Eve celebrating putting in then the pod racing scene. It was like they would celebrate that. It was like them talking about that, and they just calling back to get when he got the N1. Definitely, like you say, that's something that needs to be had. But like when you go back to the N when they got the N1 and they went to the pod race circuit, but that's probably I just saw a little interview with them too, and he was talking. He was like. I'm original trilogy guy, right? That's what I grew up on. That was my time. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's Dave. Dave got to be influencing that, right? This the whole prequel. That's Dave's wheelhouse.
Dave loved the prequels. Because John, when you hear somebody say that means they probably hated the prequels. like a lot of people, a lot of people I think hated it. Like a lot of Hollywood, them guys, they kind of, they wasn't really digging the prequels like that. Maybe he, appreciate them now more than he do. I think like most people do. But to me, the proof is in the pudding, for lack of a better phrase. Like the look, bro, we still talking about the prequels. Like we still using stuff from the prequels, bro. We still we got how many shows we done spun off the prequels? We on Bad Batch season 2. We about to go in it, like we in Andor. Like it's just like all these elements we still taking, like it's like the most, in my opinion, it's almost, and this might be a hot take, it's almost like surpassed. I'm not in this way what I'm about to say. I'm not saying it surpassed the original trilogy. It's not this original trilogy is superior. Let me make that clear. They're better films. They are more iconic. But in terms of influence on what we are currently seeing,
oh yeah, it's not close.
It surpassed the original trilogy.
It's not even. It slapped it.
It slapped it. It's the way Jedi fight, the way ships fly around, the way Tatooine. We see Tatooine. It's not based off that moisture farm we went to when we saw Luke. Nah, bro. It's based off when we found out about Bunta's Eve. It's based off the pod races, bro. It's based off, like, we don't look at most of what we see, man. You're seeing stuff from the prequel trilogy. It influences.
It built the world. It world.
Yeah,
it actually like
it fleshed it out to the point where fleshed it out to the point where like that's our point of reference. This is 5 years after the sequel, the original trilogy. But we recognize most of what we recognize is from the prequels. Ahsoka Tano, we just Bo-Katan. We got Sabine Wren about to show up. Like we looking at Mandalore, all this Mandalorian lore. Lore. It's a wild word. Yeah, I mean, wild two words together. Mandalorian lore is from prequel era, television, basically. Like, so it's
because we're not dealing with the rebellion.
Yeah, we're not dealing with the rebellion.
Once we start talking rebellion talk, we talking original trilogy, right?
Yeah,
and that's what really, Empire. But like, we're not really dealing with those elements. We're dealing with like everything that was built before that, right? It was built before. What's influenced? This is definitely influenced by that. And then you're right. I think it's lapped it. I think when you're talking, because it's a weird, it's because it's like you want to find the right word, right? When you're saying it, like it's like, because it's the easiest word to say is impact, but like it's still felt.
It's what's keeping, it's like we just not. I mean, unfortunately, they had a chance with the sequel trilogy, but that didn't work out. But even that was like, it's a huge gap in between those two movies, the 6 and 7, like huge gap in time, in real life time and movie time.
Yeah.
But this is like what we see, man. All these television shows, all the ones that worked are based off the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
Everything that works is the Clone Wars, Bad Batch, Rebels. Even Rebels had a lot of elements. The video game, Fallen Order. That's prequel shit.
It's all off the stuff that
Order 66. Like Order 66. Order 66 is like again, that's a good word. Impact. Is Order 66 bigger than the first Death Star blowing up, the trench run?
Oh, if you ask me, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
From a standpoint of like seeing iconic movie scenes, no. But from a story element, yeah, it is.
I think it's the most impactful thing in this. Where I asked you, is it more impactful than the snap? Like if you compare it between that and I mean, that's a quite, to me, it is.
It is
because they never recover.
They never recover from it, bro.
To me, it is. Like, and then the fact is, Manny, every time I see something that's involved with Order 66, it's still like anything like, oh, damn, this Order 66, right? Like, so like whether you're watching the first episode of Bad Batch, if you're watching if you watched the whole Siege of Mandalore run in the Clone Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, if they do something else, if it get to Order 66, Grogu.
Yep.
When we seen it in the book of Boba Fett,
Yep.
like it just nothing do like Order 66, the purge, right? When it come to that. So just the impact, man. It's just I think that, if depending on how you word it, it's a take, but like I don't really think just the world we in right now, we influenced still by the prequels. Because they were able to
most
make
of the
more
content we
characters
get
that we connected to. They can make, I mean, obviously we want to move on, but they can still go on with other Jedis and from that particular time. They could do Tales of the Jedi,
Quinlan
so
Voss,
many,
all that is gonna be Tales of the Jedi is gonna be all prequel, and it's nothing there to say that it has to be prequel. It's just that that's where all the interesting lore is right now. We know the story of the original trilogy. We know how that plays out, but it's like you kind of, I want to say you're kind of like you're kind of trapped. Like no, not trapped. You're kind of confined by the reality of, hey man, did no other Jedi pop up? Nobody popped up and was like, nah, Luke, I got you, man. Like, you know what I mean? We in the prequel, you see that Quinlan Voss is in the back, like, hey. I'm here, and all these characters are just kind of like there, and you like, even if you know some of them are gonna die, they're there, and they can be in shows like Tales of the Jedi. And you can kind of get an idea, like, okay, damn, I wonder what like trying to use an example, like I wonder what Plo Koon was doing before he died, and I wonder what conversation we can have a whole episode just off him having his last lesson before he died, before he Order 66, or you know what I mean, like.
And he was close with Ahsoka. Like a lot of times when Ahsoka was really on her snip shit, he'd be the one that like could talk to her and like
down,
and he'd go ahead and give her something, and she'd be like, I know you just, and then like she wouldn't be as snippy as she was. When she was snips with like she had like some of her better moments in the Clone Wars with him. So like you could just so many ways you can go with because of the world that was built because of the prequels, and they still eating off of it. I would say the first Death Star blown up is an impactful moment. I mean, look at what we're seeing in Andor, right? Like, so it kind of like bridges the gap. Like we trying to get to the point where we can blow up the Death Star, wherever it was the movie Rogue One or this thing of Andor, right? But we dealing with the oppression that happened because of what happened in the prequel era, right? How it's set up. So like it's a nice bridge, but yeah, man, like seeing this, I think the Mandalorian, and I'm my bad for continuing to go. I think the Mandalorian it feels more influenced by the prequel era than it does by the
and we'll continue to see this. We'll continue to see them go back instead of going forward. I don't think they haven't figured out a bridge. Like I heard that I did see something where they said, like, I think David Lindelof was kind of like meeting with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau about how to bridge the gap and how to figure out a way forward. And they want to make sure they have a plan going forward. But it's like, you know how I feel about that. I'm like, man, y'all need to go ahead and you need to figure out how we get to the reset button. But that's another conversation. But we'll continue to see this. And I think like you got the what they call it, the High Republic, right? That's doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like that's not doing anything right now, in terms of that's like their publishing initiative, right? Where they trying to sell books and stuff like that. But you still got the Old Republic as well. That's interesting as hell. Like especially with Mandalorians and all that. You know what I mean? Like you got a whole story to tell, and you got a game that's like pretty much kind of canon at this point. You know what I mean? Like they want to say it. We know Revan is real. Revan is like canon. They named a fleet after him, so he canon. You know what I mean? So, but that's like a real interesting story. Darth Bane is real. You know what I mean? Yes. He's canon. We don't know. The how we think he looks is that's original expanded universe, but these are two real characters, so you can go back even further to the Old Republic and tell their stories. So we can keep going back, and just based off the returns, we see that going back is better than going forward. they've had more success going back, I should say, than going forward. Like they kind of botched the sequel trilogy. Now there's that big gap of 40 years that they filling in slowly right now between now Mando time and the sequel trilogy, where it's a lot. You can do a lot with that, but it's like, damn, man, that's gonna lead to that sequel trilogy. You know? But it's enough time to where you can like literally have a beginning, middle, and the end of a saga, right? And not have it even really spoiled by what's gonna happen in the future. You can still do that, but yeah, I think they're just gonna keep going back. I think we're gonna end up getting some old Republic stuff. You know, again, ain't no rules on that Return of the Jedi. I mean, Return of the Jedi. Ain't no rules on the Tales of the Jedi. That we might see a High Republic story in there. We might see an Old Republic story in there about a Jedi. The original Tales, I showed you that already, though. The original Tales of the Jedi was about the Old Republic.
Mm-hmm.
It was about the ancient Jedi and all that. So we'll see, man. I think they go back and go rather than go forward. What you think about that?
I've always said, I'm with you on that one. There's sneaky things that they're doing now that make me think that they want. I don't know how long we go when we call forward, because everything is still going back, right? Even if you good,
yeah,
because everything is like even
Mando was going back,
because like we already had a sequel trilogy, right? So we going back, right? But the length make me believe that they're gonna spend this time right now filling out this space. But go ahead.
My bad. It was a theory. I'm sorry. Because I brought
go with your theory. Go with your theory.
I brought up the Lindelof line for a reason. Here's the thing. All right. So here's my brain working here, and this is me. This is all hope shit, right? This is all hope.
Hey, rebellion.
This is hope. Yeah, exactly.
It was built on hope, man.
Who said that line? Rebellions were built on hope. It was that was your girl, right?
Yeah, when that Leia something.
Nah, that was your girl, old boy daughter that built the Death Star. That was from Rogue One.
Oh, Jalen.
Rebellions were built on hope.
Yeah. Stardust.
Shut up. Yeah. But all right. So here we go. Here's the thing. Here's me being optimistic, okay? Rather than me being negative about the possibilities of why David Lindelof is there, right? I think I want to almost call him I want to call him a hack. But here's the thing. The truth is he has been a fixer in the past, right? He was called in. You can look this up. He was called in to fix what was it? World War Z. What is it called? Yeah, World War Z.
Brad Pitt, no.
He was called in to literally fix the script, right? The ending was crazy. He came in, fixed it. They got a new ending. That's one example. Second example is of why where I'm getting at with this is he wrote shit. Okay, so he wrote on Lost and he wrote on Star Trek, I think. Like the first or the second one. I want to say it's the first one, but I know he got like a history with like reboots, right? Or like change. He got a history with like writing about like
Watchmen.
There it is. All right. Yeah, well, that was terrible. But again, but he got like some Let me look. Let me actually pull that up.
Yeah, I'm looking at this shit right now.
You got it on another screen? Can you pull it up?
Yeah, pull it up.
Because just make my last point here. He got a history of kind of writing about like time travel and stuff, right? I think he has something to do with Star Trek. And Star Trek, the movies that J.J. Abrams directed, in those movies, they got what they call the Kelvin timeline.
Okay.
They changed the normal timeline that we know that we came up with, which was, Spock. You know what I mean? The stuff we seen, that we grew up knowing about. The original show, the original series, and then the movies and that timeline that leads to the next generation and so on. All right. So They changed to the Kelvin timeline, and they've been going off the Kelvin timeline ever since. My theory is that they bringing in Lindelof. They could be bringing in Lindelof to do a course correction. He got experience in it. If there's one dude you're gonna pick to do it, it's probably gonna be him. Like a lot of these, like look at a lot of these credits are like him fixing shit. I'm pretty sure he had Prometheus. He came in, I think, and he fixed that. Now that was kind of okay. But again, that's kind of like Cowboys and Aliens, terrible. What was that? Lost. So Lost. We know Lost got like wild. Just if you watch Lost, like the writing was wild. All right. So, but I know for a fact he came in and he fixed World War Z. He said it was a mess. He came in and fixed it. I think he gonna come in and try to fix Star Wars. And I think it's a reason why he working with Dave and John, and that's because he want to make sure that he can either do it, like if he does it, it's gonna have a connection to the Mandalorian and the Mandoverse, and they trying to find a way to fix this thing. They trying to figure out a way to unscrew this pooch. Pause. Like they trying, man, because what else can you do?
You know, it's crazy.
You can't continue from the point on where they at. So it's like I think that's what Lindelof is there for, man. I think he brought him in.
Sense. Trying to get everybody together to make it make sense.
Yeah,
because right now they could do Mandoverse movies and get Billies. They do it right now with the Mandoverse. Like if they took these kind of characters,
the demand is that high.
They can go ahead and like, we gonna make a Mandalorian or whatever, just the Mandoverse movies, and they can go like, okay, this is Star Wars. Going, I see a scroll, Grogu is, you know what I'm saying, and we going to see the movie, but like they could do that right now, like they not. I'm not saying like do it, but they could do it. And just make it, but like,
let me see if I can find
you just gave me hope, man. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yeah,
I ain't know much about Lindelof.
Nah, that's when I heard it, bro. I was because I was dreading it, bro. I was dreading it until I heard that little rumor pop up, and then I was like, wait a minute, this is Lindelof, bro. This is a fixer, because a fixer is kind of like a closing pitcher, right? You bring in a closer, yeah. Hey, bro, just get us 2 outs, bro. We gotta get out of here, bro. We trying to get out. And you know how baseball is now. They bring a fucking ace in there to get out of the playoffs, to close out the World Series. They're bringing the ace.
Exactly.
They're bringing the best pitcher.
We're trying to win.
We're trying to win. But you got some pitchers who are better. Hey man, I got you in 1 inning. I can get us out of here.
I can get 3 outs.
But if you try to bring me in the 8th with 1 out, I got to get 2 more. I got to get 5 outs to get us out of here. Some of them pitchers fall apart.
Absolutely.
When I ask you to do something that's kind of outside of your wheelhouse, and the analogy I'm making is because Lindelof is like, hey, bro, when I ask you to you gonna helm the entire series, you're gonna write Watchmen, and you write that bullshit.
Yeah.
You were supposed to adapt Watchmen, and you put out that version of the Watchmen. It's kind of like, and then you see his other shows, you see his other movies where he was the man. You kind of like, nah, bro, you ain't really built for just like doing like original shit. You're a fixer.
Yeah.
You come in and you better. When I did 90% of the work, and then you gonna come in and help me with the last 10%. I don't know how to end this movie. You gonna show me how to end it. Not when I gotta give you the beginning, middle, and end. Nah, you mess it up. We end up with Star Trek. What is it called? Into the Darkness. We end up with The Watchmen. We end up with pull up his credits again one more time, please. We end up with Prometheus, which is garbage. We end up with Cowboys and Aliens. These are all adaptations, by the way, and they garbage. he's not good at like writing original stuff, and he's not really that great with adaptations. He's better with fixing stuff.
Yeah, you
If
already
your
got
if your
it. And
if your
just tighten it up.
storyline, he come in and be like, "Hey, look, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna get out of this," because I'm breaking it down because that World War Z ending was dope. That's one of my favorite zombie movies ever, by the way. That's
Okay.
like the most plausible zombie movie there is. But what I meant by that, the history with that movie is the ending didn't make sense. He came in and fixed that ending, and they did reshoots, and the movie was way better because of it. I think this dude is a fixer, man. I think they calling him in to fix Star Wars. I think he's just gonna fix it. He don't got it. I mean, he's not gonna sit up here and write his own Star Wars. Nah, he's here to
Because he don't got like, because I don't even think that, I think he got a movie. It ain't like some like, I don't think he got like a, or am I wrong? Right?
Yeah, no, he got a movie.
I don't think they gave him like
he might have a
got
larger role, but he's only gonna do one movie. I think he probably gonna be like more so in the writing room, and like he gonna sort of like take over their writing room and be like, all right, this is how we course correct here. This is how we get out of this mess that we in, and we're gonna do it through John and Dave's universe. It's there. I mean, but we know that it's like we know that it's there. It's like looking at somebody's car and being like, or looking at somebody's garage and be like, damn, man, you got a lot of parts in there, man. Like you could get that Corvette working, bro. You know, and but it's like,
stop napping. You can go ahead and fix the car. Stop napping.
Stop taking naps. Stop taking naps.
You go ahead and put it together.
Yeah, but the what I'm trying to say is just that, I think he comes to fix it, man. So that gave me hope, man, because I was like, and I could be wrong, but bro, I don't think he's there to write a movie. I don't think he's there to just write a standalone Star Wars movie by David Lindelof. That don't make sense.
Yeah,
that don't make sense. He's never done anything like that. He's either gonna crash and burn, or he's gonna make something better than what it was. And because that's his history. He's never done anything just standalone. Like he's never, like Prometheus, that was an adaptation of Aliens. That was a continuation of Aliens. Ridley Scott was involved, and that shit was garbage. Star Trek Into Darkness, another adaptation. That's a Star Trek. That's another IP. And I can even go so deep with this theory. I can even go so deep with this theory, bro. I can almost guarantee you why he's doing it. Because if you ever look, Midnight's Edge, I'm not taking the credit for this. Midnight's Edge did a couple videos detailing how the hustle behind Bad Robot, right, and what they do. Bad Robot, the reason why they call them Bad Reboot, the reason why they do all these reboots is because they get the merchandising. If I like peep game, so when C-3PO had a red arm in The Force Awakens, that bullshit. You like, why did they change his arm? It's because that becomes a new C-3PO. That's not George Lucas C-3PO. So I can sell that C-3PO as the new C-3PO with the red arm. I get all the merchandising. I don't have to pay George Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
So they do these little tweaks to the characters so that they can get all the merchandise.
Yeah.
This dude is a Bad Robot guy.
Hey, the guru.
So he know the business. Because I call him a hack. Because I think he's a guy that's like most of these guys that he don't really have nothing to say, but he want to make money. So he gonna take all these adaptations and all these IPs, these popular IPs like The Watchmen, like Star Trek, like Star Wars. But he gonna come in because he know, well, all right, damn, I got an opportunity here. I can change the sequel trilogy. I can change I can change both. I can change the original trilogy, and I can write I can write 40 new characters just between the 40 years that it's gonna take for me to get to the sequel trilogy. Yeah. So if I change history, I can now I can have my own version of Luke.
Yeah, that's my Luke.
Yeah, I don't. That guy that y'all seen in the Force Awakens, I don't even. We don't even have to have him. I got this new Luke, all black, robot arm, robot hand, and he's a Grand Master. He got students. I'm gonna show you all the students. Here they are, and we gonna change. We gonna change the timeline. So now, basically, I can rewrite this whole new story, and I get all the merchandise. I'm just saying they've done this already. This has been proven. This is documented. They've done this. Yeah. They did it with Star Trek. Why did he write that bogus ass Star Trek movie? Because all those characters are his characters now. Not and this is more JJ than it is Lindelof. Lindelof just did the second movie, I believe. But I think he like ghost writ the first one though. But anyway, once you get to do that, once you create that Kelvin timeline. You own the Kelvin timeline.
Yeah.
So whatever this new Star Trek timeline is going to be called, they're going to own it. Lindelof and his people, whatever company they bring in for this, because who is it going to be? Is it going to be Bad Robot? I don't think it's going to be Bad Robot. It's going to be a new company. It got to be a new company now, because Bad Robot already did The Force Awakens and the Rise of Skywalker, right? So whoever completes these new movies and these new shows, they own that timeline. So it's an incentive there for him to fix Star Wars. It's not just because we know he's not just doing it just out of the kindness of his heart because he want to see this IP return to glory. He's not doing that. No, Lindelof is an opportunist. Lindelof is a writer. I don't think that really has a lot to say, but hey, brother, Star Wars.
Yeah. And Dave and John just laid it up for whoever.
Yeah. They said they bro.
Do it. They done laid
it
up.
Dave really like gave y'all a shot. Like, hey, y'all, hey, look, hey, we got the world between worlds. And he even put it in the last episode of Rebels to remind you, like, hey, the Emperor told him that he changed history. The Emperor told him that. The Emperor said that. So the Emperor was like, when his face was changing back. Yeah, Palpatine.
And it was Ian.
Yeah. He just needed, he was trying to trick Ezra though, but he was telling Ezra, like, hey, you changed history.
Yeah.
He was trying to get that so he can, man, imagine Palpatine if he would have had that, bro. If he could change history, bro.
Yeah.
He would have took out Yoda. He would have been jumping, man. He would have, man. Again, but the reason that's there, the fact that's there, and that is the last time we seen Rebels, that was there. Like, that happened. So
they left the cliffhanger.
They left it there. Yeah. So it's like,
hey,
this your way out. This your way out.
Over there.
It's your way out. So I think they
just make it make sense. And then for them to successfully take some of those characters or any version of those characters and make them, because that's a tough thing when you bring them into live action and then you make that make sense when they're in live action. You make that make sense. So for Bo, for Ahsoka to make sense, like those stories happened.
Yeah.
She said, "Where's Grand Admiral Thrawn?" So that happened in the thing. So, hey,
did we ever? Yeah,
that happened. I did it in the cartoon, and then it made sense right here. And you seen what everybody. It makes sense. Hey, listen to your. Hey, holler at your boy. Listen to you. I'm trying to told y'all. I'm trying to told y'all.
Yeah.
I've been trying to told y'all. So it's really just long as it makes sense.
It gotta make sense.
As long as it makes sense, and who better?
That's the guy. I'm telling you, he the fixer. He got a track record.
All you gotta do is listen to Dave. All you gotta do is listen to Dave.
Everybody racking their brain, like, why would you bring in Lindelof, who kind of like coming off a failure? Like, The Watchmen didn't get a second season. It wasn't great. It just didn't even make sense. Like, it wasn't The Watchmen, right? But he coming off of that, and it's like nobody's expecting him to just write some magical Star Wars movie that's gonna save the franchise. But it's like, nah, he is though, because he's fixing something. He's course correcting. But yeah, man, I that's my hope, bro. That's my hope. And yeah, I can't. It's hard for me to believe that they're just gonna leave that as just a loose thread. That this fact that they got a way to change history and to change the past. But sidebar, bro, because I went back and I had to watch it again. I had to watch some Rebels. Hey man, Ezra took out Imperial guards, man.
Yeah.
Hey bro, Ezra took out Imperial guards, bro.
Yeah.
They wasn't Praetorian. They wasn't, but he took out Imperial guards.
Oh, when he was in the temple.
Yeah, he took them out, right?
Yeah, that's when he went in. Yeah, he took them out. Wasn't them the same? Didn't he? Wasn't them the same ones? Maybe make sure I ain't mixing it up. Same ones as Snoke guys.
That's what I'm saying. The Praetorian, those are Praetorian guards, okay, but I'm not.
They might have been like early versions of them.
They didn't really look like
okay.
But I know from the original the EU, bro, the Imperial guards, bro. It was like because it was wacky because they used to wear like Mandalorian armor, I believe.
Okay.
They used to wear like helmets, but I'm not even sure that they are like I think we could be talking about three different things: Praetorian guards, Imperial guards, and then whatever those actually were. I would have to look it up. But hey, bro, he took out Imperial guards, man. And, like it looked like he took out. I'm like, bro, Ezra, bro.
Hey man, you know what I thought you was about to say earlier?
What's that?
I got one question. Now they got another question for you before we stop. You know, I say that in 2 more hours, but I thought you was gonna say that force because you make a great point. That force in that memory that Grogu having, is he getting it from about his past? Is he getting it from another Jedi? Right, it's coming from another Jedi.
Oh.
And I thought you were gonna say Ezra. Like, what if that's because it has to come from another Jedi? I don't think they just gonna use another Luke situation.
Put money on it now. If I had to put money on it now, again, you said it. They don't show us. They don't show us things for everything they show us is for a reason. We saw the Purr Gills for a reason. They're not just gonna show us the Purr Gills and then we never see them again. Nah, bro. Ezra probably coming back this season. I'm jumping here, but I'm just saying. If I had to put money on it, a hand might reach out. It might be
because that's the only time he's been able to, unless he's able to translate like here's my, I can't talk, but let me tell you about myself, and then he give, but that would have to be Mandalorian probably taking his helmet off.
But hold on.
So that's a lot of power. Good point. That's a lot of power for Grogu.
Good point. But here's my thing about the Mandalorian taking his helmet off, bro. I don't think that's gonna matter. I don't think he's going back to that, bro. I don't think he's ever going. I don't think he's ever gonna get back to a point where, like, once he get past this episode where he can't get in these waters and he can't prove he can't get out of this apostate. He can't get past this. I don't think that's gonna matter. I honestly think he's gonna kind of give up on it. I ain't gonna say give up on it, but I think he's gonna move past that. Like, all right, I'm taking
that's not gonna be like the quote, like the facto deal breaker.
I don't think so.
Unless it's that, and but then Grogu has to show some level of strength to be able to pull that off. So that's my reason. But if going by what they've shown us, it's another Jedi. So then we have to see another Jedi. A Jedi only. Let me say that. My bad. Only a Jedi has brought that out, and it'll have to be a different Jedi.
And Luke didn't. But that's what's wild though. It's like Luke didn't bring everything back.
I think Grogu probably fell asleep though.
He passed out.
He passed out. The way it seemed with the scene cut, like, oh, you're back, right? Hit him with like your wife did with you, like, you back? You back?
Where do you go?
Yeah, one of those lines.
Where did you go?
Fell asleep when we was talking. Like, you got the squint. Like,
so what you're saying? Okay, but yeah, like
I think like that.
I think you're right,
I think
man.
that's how that happened. So
Grogu taking naps.
oh yeah, see, he can't even get his Jedi. He would already be a
Taking
Jedi.
naps,
You know, if he
taking
wasn't
them
taking naps.
Yeah,
So like unless it's that, then it has to be another Jedi. It has to be another Jedi, and you're gonna have a new. You already tried it with 2. You have to have a third Jedi.
that's a good point. Yeah.
You have to have a third Jedi. My question, I thought I found it. She didn't mention Satine when she was bringing her stories up.
No.
Bo. She went to her father, right?
Yeah.
She went to her father, and she talked about this.
That's a
She
good
didn't
point.
talk about Satine.
Her sister, right?
Yeah, she didn't talk about her sister.
She did not, and her sister died. It's like big deal.
And kind of and under like
dad died, but you know, sister was more recent.
Hey, she played a part in her sister dying because they follow Maul. Right, like that's on her watch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she got her sister killed, but that's on her watch. I just thought, like I think everybody in this season, all 3 of them, got some shit that they need to get off their chest.
Hey, bro, that's the thing, bro. This is as much about Bo as it is. I mean, you know what I mean? Like this, she's kind of like she's been in both episodes. She's gonna be in the 3rd episode. She's gonna play a big part in this season. I don't know if they're going to end up. I don't know if it's like they setting up them 2 to be together. Yeah.
As you know, I thought that, right?
Because that look she gave him,
I thought that, like they gonna build a house, but like it's only 2 episodes. Like they showed us all this in 2 episodes, like you say.
They do things. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, they could do that because
the way she was talking to Grogu, I was like, man,
they can do it. They can do it.
She be the perfect mother for him. The way she would,
they can do it.
She was regularly talking to him.
They can
on some
do
real,
it.
on some for real shit. That's how I thought. Like
they can do it.
Hey, man, if it wasn't Mando, she'll talk to him straight. He'd be on the straight and narrow, right? If she wasn't moping, she give him some. She'll give Grogu some jewels as a Mandalorian.
It will unite the clans too.
He trusts her.
He a child of the Watch.
He trusts her, man.
Yeah, he trusts her. He respect the hell out of her too. Like,
yeah,
you know, even though she clearly didn't have no respect for the helmet and all that, and she was talking wild to Boba.
She talked shit to him.
Yeah, like she talked wild to him when he came back and visited her. Hey man, but he respect her as the queen in waiting. You know what I mean? Like he knows she holds some authority, and he like, nah, I'm with that. You know what I mean? I'm down for that.
And then a good lesson we was talking earlier, before we were talking about then a little lesson like, hey man, you ain't really got to fight everybody once they run their mouth. Like I just need the information, or I need this. Like even when they was fighting, when she got on Boba, when her and Boba got into it, he's like, man, you can have anything you want, man. I just need to get the child. That's a lesson for me. Like sometimes I get bent out of shape when people start running their mouth. Like, look, man, I ain't worried about. I'm just trying to get to whatever I need to get to, and that's a lesson for me sometimes. Because I'll be listening to Bo, and I'll be like, man, shut your monkey ass up, man.
right.
We fighting, and you know what I'm saying.
But it's a microcosm of their problems. My bad, cut you off. But
no, I'm just saying, like sometimes I'm in those kind of battles myself, and it's like I done made it worse. Right? Anybody can run their mouth, and it impacted me, but now I'm combative, right?
Yeah.
And now none of us got it.
Because you got to defend yourself, because you're like, wait a minute. What you mean? You're not a Mandalorian.
I ain't even focused on the goal.
He wasn't even saying nothing. He just was in the back, like.
He ain't never had no suit. He tried to get a suit. Oh, you ain't never had no pog suit. Oh, yeah, the Boba just walked in and shit. But yeah, he was like, oh, you ain't never had none of this? That's how ironic.
Ain't never had pause. Yeah, she knew. She did say that. Like, damn. Like, what's your problem?
And then just take it on the chin. Like, look, man, I can get these waters, man. But if he was combative with her, he'd still be laying on the bottom of the waters right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't nothing. You ain't even saying nothing that can impact me. Like I gotta hire. That's kind of the. Yeah, that's all right. That's you can't fight everybody lyrically, man.
That's
you just show.
Go back to what you say about that. Go back to what you say about the Mandalorians, right? And it's like they kind of like this big dysfunctional ass family, but they arrive. But they gonna ride for each other if it go down.
Yeah,
like even in the with Bo-Katan and Boba Fett in the season finale of season 2, she like, hey, be careful out there. Shit, you know what I mean? Like, make sure you clear them cannons. And he like, yeah, I got it. He like,
After she just said, you mean your
after
superior
they done,
donor?
right?
That's a line that stings.
Disrespected this man on the level of like death. Like he like,
yeah.
You might be the last. Like what he say? I might be the last Mandalorian you see or something. Yeah,
saw
like
the princess and everything.
Like he's about to murder. Like he wanted to kill her. Like so. That's a microcosm of what the Mandalorians are, bro. They just this dysfunctional ass family that can't get along, but they gonna ride for each other no matter what. Like I'm pretty sure if the armorer showed up and then they'll fight each other, like it'll go down.
Yeah.
But if the Empire come in or somebody come in, bro, they gonna take them out.
They did that with the and when the covert.
With the covert.
They lost the whole thing just saving Den on some bullshit.
And then got after they got in a little squabble, right?
After they already gotten something.
And then they got another squabble when he came back with the saber. Like he like, I'll fight you for the saber. Like that's the Mandalorians, bro. They like this dysfunctional ass tribe of people.
You're absolutely right, man.
Who just like, so it's like we can't even, but it's like again, it's a microcosm of what their problem is. Like, man, y'all gotta stop, like you said, stop being so damn combative. Yeah. And stop. Oh, you ain't never had pog soup. You ain't a real man. Because that's basically what she's saying.
That's man, what she's saying.
You ain't no damn Mandalorian. You ain't never had pog soup. And he like,
you said that shit about me? Because he said it to her, like, you take your helmet off. You're not no real Mandalorian.
Yeah, so
she held that line.
Yeah, they constantly going back at each other. So it's like, they constantly trying to one up each other. Like, oh, you ain't a real Mandalorian because you ain't never had pog soup. Oh, you ain't a real Mandalorian because you took your helmet off. Oh, you ain't a real. It's like, she done seen a mythosaur now. So she clearly see that this man respects, nobility and being willing to die for like her dad did. So it's like, yeah, man, they gotta have some mutual respect here. And she arrived for him. I mean, she came all the way to the planet and saved him, But it's like, but yeah, we gotta get to this point where it's like, you gotta stop being so damn. You gotta stop poking your finger at everybody, paws and shit. Like you can't,
especially at him.
Yeah, like we're poking at this dude, man. This dude, he got a mission. I think we get there, I think we get there. But even still, she gonna ride for whoever. Boba Fett called his dad a donor.
Superior donor.
Made it clear she don't believe in it. She don't respect him as a Mandalorian. But at the same time, they had that mission at the end, and she was like, "Hey, be careful. Be careful." He like, "Don't worry, princess. Don't worry about me, princess."
Yeah.
I've seen your face 1,000 times. Well, she said, I've seen your face 1,000 times. You're not.
That's a bullshit line by her when you think about it, because the clones helped them save Mandalore.
Yeah, bro.
The clones didn't shoot them down. Unless they showed us this in Bad Batch. Unless they show us in Bad Batch, right, that they used the clones like a preemptive strike on her, but like they didn't.
They didn't.
Like that was the Empire that came in. Unless they show us something in Bad Batch, we got only a couple more episodes.
Them clones is done. Yeah, them clones done.
Oh, it's curtains for them.
Yeah, they done.
It's curtains for them.
Yeah, they ain't gonna have nothing to do with it.
There's gonna be 5 clones left in the universe. Like actually, it's gonna be the one, the batch, right? Yeah. Flying around trying to evade the stormtroopers. Or how many seasons they gonna go? Because it's over for the remainder of the clones. They giving them severance packages, all that kind of shit. Like, get out of here, man. It's over for.
That's a great character though, man. For her to be like, to her to have those two sides like that, where she just like on one side she just will diss the shit out of you, will just completely disrespect you, but on the other side she like, I got your back. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it's like that, man. I'm telling you, my life, every time we're like, I'll be ready to fight if somebody come at me like that. It's like, yo, like, chill a little bit. Like, it don't do nothing to me. Like,
don't get hung up. Don't get hung up on these lines.
Look, man, I'm just trying to get to the fucking end of the shift.
Yeah.
So if you go, but you provide, you good at what you do. Right? Like what you do, you're good at. So stop from being ready to combat that shit.
what they call it, chide. You ain't got to chide everybody, goddamn it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
just get to the end of the shit, bro. Get out of here. You know what I mean? You can get out of here unscathed, but you gotta chill, bro. You gotta let some of this, and you know what I mean? Like you said, like somebody gotta take the higher road and be like,
sometimes you gotta do that.
All right, bro. All right. But then you know what I mean? Yeah, if you keep egging me on, yeah, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. You know what I mean? But sometimes you're right, you can't get hung up on shit. Sometimes you gotta be like, all right, I'm gonna let that one go, okay? You know what I mean? Or you respond to it, but it's like we ain't gonna keep going back and forth on it. You know, they end up fighting in the show, but you know,
he was so locked in on getting to the Jedi that when she altered the terms of the deal, he still was with it. Because I got to get to this Jedi.
I got a mission. Yo,
changing the terms of the deal.
Yo, Bo's shifty, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Bo be on some bullshit, man.
Bo was on some bullshit.
Bo be on some bullshit, man. Like she ride or die, but it take a lot to get to that, bro. Because she saved him, but she immediately was like, yeah, you gotta pay that back. You gotta help me with this ship. And then alter the deal again. Like, all right, I'm altering the deal.
And she smugly was like, this is the way. He was like, I gotta steal, but I gotta get to this Jedi. So let's just finish this off. Took all them shots with the best car on through the. All right, go to the planet Corvus. You'll see Ahsoka Tano, right? Like he had to get to that. If he was like me, well, soon as she altered the terms of the deal, I would have jumped off. I would have told her about herself.
It was a big deal, though. Yeah, that's a big deal. Like
and I can't get to this Jedi.
Yeah,
I need this Jedi.
That's what I mean about the conviction of Din Djarin, bro. It's stronger than anything, it's bro. Like,
lesson, man.
Bro,
like,
he just
What's your plan?
Stick to the plan.
You said it earlier when we was talking. What's your plan? Because if I got a plan, a legit plan, I could deal with because I'm trying to get to this plan.
Yeah.
But do you have one when you wake up in the morning? Then got one.
we talked about it, bro. You said it. You said it in the beginning of when we got on Mando. It was Moses, bro.
Yeah.
Moses, and I use this as an example. Like Moses didn't make it.
He didn't make it,
but he had a plan. You know what I mean? And then you almost say like, I tell people that all the time. Like, bro, when whatever you do, you gotta have that mentality. You might not be showered with praise and gifts at the end of this. You might be forgotten. You might not be as appreciated as you think that you are supposed to be. Not everybody's gonna love you as they didn't love Moses. They was pissed at Moses. Like, man, we in this motherfucking desert.
Hey, man,
it's
hot as hell.
It's hot as hell.
I mean,
bro.
stereotypes are built off of that conversation.
Yeah. Like,
what they gotta go do. Like, oh, I'm hungry, my feet hurt, all that shit.
Yeah. So, one, you go through all that. Two, you don't even get into the promised land, bro. But
and
your mission,
her bitching the entire time.
Her bitching. So your mission is, you know what your mission is. His mission. I gotta get in these waters. I gotta get in these waters, and then I gotta get back to the armor, show her proof. I gotta not only get in the waters, I gotta come back with glass, and I gotta show her I was there, and prove to her I'm back. I'm a Mandalorian. So whatever his new mission becomes, because he probably gonna know it, so he gonna stick to that. He gonna stick to that. He gonna do whatever it takes to prove he a Mandalorian, because that's his overall mission. She told him what he has to do to get there. Hey, you gotta bathe in the waters. All right, bet I'll do that. If she had said something else like, well, you gotta complete these trials and go, he would have did that.
He would have did that.
He would have did it.
Would have did it. And that's actually a great life lesson, man. Like in those kind of, especially as a leader, but like in those kind of things, that's probably what we got to show. But like ultimately, like, man, we goal orientated, got a plan. I had a friend who said a goal in life was to be able to sit on his porch and drink lemonade. And if you don't really break that down, if you're like, that's a boring fucking life, man, that means you got to be a homeowner. You're going to have to work, so you got to do what you got to do so you can have that peaceful moment to drink that lemonade on this. You might have to hear the most shit during the day, but I'm doing this because when it's over, I'm sitting on my own freaking porch,
like Thanos,
in the chair, Yeah. Now I rest.
What do you say? He say, then what? And then I rest. What you say? Yeah. It's like he completed his mission. Hey, Thanos completed his mission because, for better or worse, right? That's what you got to say. Hey, man, he completed his mission for better or worse. Yeah. Did was it all the stuff that came with it? Yeah. Did they come in there eventually and chop this dude's head off? Yeah, but he completed his mission, man. He was sitting on the stoop like
he was good. Eating, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember what he said, and even in Endgame when they chopped his head, destiny fulfilled. Completed his mission. That's what I'm saying. Like I appreciate it about Den, but it's just seeing him, like him and Bo going through that. But I know we've been on that kind of deep thing. Yeah, I found it a little different that not different, but like okay, we're going here, but like, is that a thing that we need to get to? Does she ever? Is that something, or maybe it's just nothing? Like maybe we already dealt with that in Clone Wars leading up to Rebels, right? We already dealt with that, so we never really talked about it. We never saw her parents, so that's not a thing. Maybe what we got from Bo right there from a backstory standpoint is all we really need to get, because we already know about Satine, right? Hell, she got mad when Sabine named that Mandalorian killer weapon the Duchess. She was hot. She was about to choke her out, and Sabine had the saber, but she's about to choke her out, right? Like so that was so maybe that's what she just didn't say nothing, and I'm like, oh, shout out to Sabine. Shout out to Sabine. Like she about to call her she about to talk about her sister, because if the Clone Wars, that means something. But like I say, they might already dealt with that, and that's not nothing. Not to say that's something I need. But
did we ever determine what time that was when Sabine had the bob? She had like the low bob.
So I don't know if we know the exact year. Like we know it's after Battle.
I think we passed that. Yeah, I think we passed. Yeah, we
probably like 4 years.
Yeah,
we at least at a max at least they like 4 or 5 years after.
Are we though? You think so? Because they talk about the empire crumbling, or the empire starting to slowly. I don't know, but I think we are past it. If I had to guess, I think we passed that.
Before we stop, we about to watch this monologue real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, honestly, man, if you see me, if I tear up a little bit, if I fake laugh, like I'm containing myself. I'm not gonna even lie.
It's a great ending,
if you see me do that,
the Rebels, man.
If you see me do that, I'm just, if I fake laugh, that means I'm just holding one in, like
you fight this. Get back in there, man.
Yeah. Now you ain't about to do this on wax,
right? Yeah.
You just see we can kind of gather,
because
I read that as after.
The Yoda death scene always get me.
Oh, for real?
Oh man, when Yoda, when he like fighting them last words out, when he like, look,
damn,
what he say? There is another side. Like he using all what's left of the force, bro, to get that shit out. He like walk, and it's like, oh shit. And then Luke look away, and then he look back, bro, in the blanket, the press, and he evaporate with the force pretty much, like
yeah.
Bro, that shit, that always get me.
Oh man,
because it's like man. The back and forth, the dialogue. Because Luke come at him hot, like
Luke was hot, or he come at him hot.
We say, "Unfortunate that I know the truth." And he like, you know what I mean? And then it's like that scene always get me, bro. Love that scene. Let's see what we got. Low Bob, bro. Look at the Bob. Shot. Whoever playing the live action.
I think it was a sister that did her voice too. The voice actor for Sabine.
The attack we all anticipated
okay,
came.
Yeah.
The once invincible empire had begun to fracture. The small rebellion had become bold.
So I don't know if this tells us.
Victory at the Battle of
Okay,
Endor.
Battle of Endor.
the Emperor's reign of terror came to an end.
Damn.
So when you say
That's
we got
Return of the
bold,
Jedi.
yeah. So when they got
After
bold,
the war,
that could be just that time, like
Zed took
because
Callus
of
along the
New
secret
Hope,
hyperspace path
Empire
to the
Strikes
planet
Back.
Irisan.
When are we gonna see this guy live action?
It was then that Callus realized he hadn't destroyed the Lasai
Yeah,
people,
my whole thought
and
is
that
the
they were
Ahsoka show is
thriving
just
on this
live
new
action
world.
Rebels.
That's what it
A
seemed
world
like.
where he was welcome.
Like if you're gonna bring Sabine in, you're gonna bring in the pilot.
Yep.
Hera fought in
Hera.
the Battle of Endor, as did Commander Rex.
Like I'd be shocked if you don't
By
have
that
an old
time,
ass
there had
Rex.
been a new member added to the crew of the Ghost.
Wow.
Watch it be Tamir Morrison
Spectre
again.
7, Jason
Gotta be.
Sindulo.
Gotta be.
Hey, you
Gotta
like?
be.
I'm glad y'all
Born
doing this. Y'all
just
get
like
me
his
check,
mother.
give me these
Get
checks
checks.
over here.
And well,
Checks.
we all
I'm
know
able
what
to
his
go to
father was
Celebration
like.
every year for the. I'm like McDermott. I go to Celebration every year the rest of my life.
Man, this is
As
wild.
for me, I used to think that Ezra was counting on me to protect Lothal, the planet and the people.
See, it be the
he
force
cared
thing
for
they
so
give me
much.
sometimes, bro. Can't even lie.
But one day, I realized there was more to it. There was
Damn.
something else I was meant to do.
Bro,
Fuck.
I got goose, my man, goose
God
on my
damn.
bro.
And it's
Every
time
time,
to
like
know.
I'm cool
bro,
now.
Bro, she suited up.
Yeah, let's go time.
Hey, it's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be live.
They say this scene is in the. It's probably that's how the Ahsoka movie, the TV show, gonna start. Like they did a live action version of just that. Yeah, so
That's gonna be incredible, bro.
I think Ahsoka's situation start with that. I say all that to say, so yeah, we watch that to see like the kind of timeline. So we know it's at least after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Now we don't know if it's a week, 2 years.
That's what it seemed
3
like.
or 4
It
years.
ain't 5 years.
And it
seemed
probably
like
can't be
Like it's
exactly
less than that.
Yeah, it can't be exactly like a quickie because Lothal thriving right there, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably at least, they got to build it and this, that, and the third. And if you base it on Rebels, like it was an outer rim spot, that was a hot spot for the Empire. So you can imagine some battles. But they said in that monologue, like we kept thinking they were gonna come back to fight, but they never did.
You know what just
So they
dawned
left
on?
Lothal alone because that was Thrawn still.
You know what
We're
just
going back to
dawned?
Lothal in the Ahsoka show, but go ahead.
My bad.
No.
You know what just dawned on me? My bad if I didn't even think about this. Hey, bro, you're right. She asked the woman, where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?
Yeah.
He back already?
Like he already got recruits. I'm saying he done built a little team.
Bro, she asked him, where is he? Like, as in,
where's your master?
Where's your
she
master?
Said, where's your master? That means that's her master.
She know that he got the Purgil took him, right?
Yeah.
She's aware of that. Ahsoka was.
Yeah, she's aware of that. She got to be at least.
Why would she ask her that if
he wasn't?
Am I missing something? Like, because
no, that's the thing.
How was she asking her? I'm sorry. Where's your master?
You know how many people thought Thrawn was showing up in that Mandalorian season 2? Like when she says that, like Thrawn's in this because it's like Thrawn, Ezra, but you say Grand Admiral Thrawn, where is your master? That means the person there has, unless we saying that person is from the prequel era, kinda, right? Is she from the earlier? Is she right before New Hope? But it's like, still, why would you say where your master? She probably ain't. But then for her, but think about it, for her to have that Beskar spear, right? Like that's something Thrawn would have. That'd be like a Thrawn. That whole situation seemed like some Thrawn shit too, right? Yeah. Like it was a artsy kind of area, right? Like a Japanese kind of situation. That seemed like something.
He been back and he just been chilling. He just been out here. Thrawn is so if Thrawn back, Ezra's probably back. Hey man, listen, my money's on Ezra being that Jedi man that you was talking about.
They get that.
They back. I mean, we see the Purgil. They not in wherever the hell they were, purgatory for the last, through the original trilogy.
He had a gay,
it's conveniently they missed the whole.
Yeah. And for Dave, like Like it wasn't like it was like 1,000 Purgil. It was a couple of them things.
Yeah.
And we've seen like we saw all of them in that Mandalorian flyby, right? We seen all the Purgil. God dang it, man.
And they didn't go into like all they did really more than likely was take them to another part of the galaxy. Just think about that. They didn't disappear. They didn't go into like they just transported them somewhere. You know what I mean? Like maybe to the outer rim, maybe to somewhere another galaxy,
a new part of the galaxy we
just
haven't
a part we don't
ventured
know
yet.
about. Yeah,
right.
And,
it could be a land like, because they say, from my understanding, wherever they went, even Thrawn got more enlightened, right? Like he was able to go build like wherever they took him, he was able to go get his art. You gonna know way more than me, but just in terms of like what they saying about this story, that where he was able to go, like even the warriors that he was able to get is like some of the most advanced that we is going to be seen in live action, right? And he went to some area where he was able to basically recruit and get in and use his knowledge and really rebuild. And like you say, bring that bike. But what that mean for Ezra? Like, what if they went on? Like, what if they got separated through that whole thing? What if it was like Thor Ragnarok, where Loki was there earlier? No, it's hyperspace. It's not like I was here 2 weeks ago. But ultimately, they got dropped off at two different points.
Yeah,
and that don't mean they got dropped off at the same spot. He could have been on the outer rim, another outer rim Dagobah. Right, a strong with the Force kind of land.
Wow.
But we don't know. But like you say, but they didn't jump time. In my mind, sometimes I always think they jumped time.
Yeah, I don't think they didn't. I was with you. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, wait a minute, did they jump into?
They just went to another part of the galaxy. But I think it was more. It sounds like the part of the galaxy they went to.
Go back to what I was saying. Maybe not, but they just transported. Again, I mean, I will connect this real quick, and we're about to get off. They did say, what is the new show coming out? The new show,
Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, they said it's in another part of the galaxy, right?
And they say it's connected. It's a Mandoverse show.
He probably gonna be in that show.
Oh, he definitely in that show. You talking about Thrawn or Mando?
Both.
Oh, because
No, I'm saying no. I'm saying Thrawn and I'm saying Thrawn and Ezra. I'm saying Thrawn and Ezra.
Yeah, they showing up in everything.
They in that shit.
This the Mandoverse, dog.
Hey, bro,
we're not playing right now. We in the
Did they cast Thrawn? Did they cast Thrawn yet?
Yeah, it's
so it's the voice. He did the voice, right?
Yeah, it's the guy who did the voice.
All right, yeah. I was about to say, don't make Jude Law. Don't tell me.
No, don't make him Thrawn.
Don't tell me he Thrawn.
No.
But, damn, bro. This was a good discussion, man. Damn, I love talking Star Wars.
Bro. Yeah, it's shout out to Mando for delivering that. I don't want to hype it up because, like, we start ranking stuff and doing all this. We'll get to that point, right?
Nah, but if
we'll get to that point, but just like the jewels like that's in it, it's like, well, like what they going through right now is really it's telling a story and setting up at the same time. And I just honestly, man, I like that I invested time and I'm getting it paid off.
I agree.
Right? I'm glad invested time and they're getting paid off, whether you like things or you do like things.
Yeah.
I invested that time, paying it off for me, and then it makes this kind of conversation. So, like, I have no idea what the rest of the Mandalorian season. I feel like I know the theme, but what's going to happen?
We don't know.
Because he already got to the Mons of Mandalore.
He already did it. Now, granted, listen, would you say, and I know you like the first episode, I didn't, okay, I'm already going to tell you, listen. So, to me, in season 2, they didn't miss. I think they missed with the first episode, and they came back roaring, completely made up for that in the second episode. So, man, we don't know, bro. I think something about to drop, bro. Like I really think we about to see some crazy shit, bro, this season. I think it's gonna be a crazy season, bro. Like I think we're gonna see something, man, where we're gonna be like, bro, this is the best thing smoking in Star Wars right now, B.
Yeah.
The toys are the best. The merchandise overall is the most requested. Yeah. It's connecting
like, I
everything.
Watch helmet.
Yeah, I'll definitely. And I think they got those.
Miami to cut you. Go ahead.
I seen. I was looking at it the other day. It was at GameStop online. Bro, they got a chance here, opportunity, man. But even if all that stuff don't come to fruition, they really not missing with this Mandalorian, bro.
And to clear something up, I really enjoyed the first episode. It's not one of the strongest. No, I mean, I enjoyed it. Like, I liked it a lot. Yeah. But if I was like, like they didn't have that type of episode. Even the frog lady episode of the that would probably be the weakest one.
Episode yeah. But even
in season 2, but.
It paid off. It paid off. And that's how I'm gonna look at the first season. That's how I'm looking at the first season.
Because that was really about the Razor Crest.
And from a story standpoint, overall, just the story of Din Djarin and Grogu, we know the story picks up in the Book of Boba Fett with those 2 episodes. So it's almost like the story's still flowing at a high level. Like the story is still like, all right, this shit's still dope. You know what I mean? Like even if we had that little first episode.
Yeah, they did a thing where they did a catch-up episode without trying to call it a catch-up episode. Right? That's like you may have not have watched that, or we got to recap. And it was like, we already went through that. Like to the point where like it almost seemed like it almost was like a little bit of a retcon in one of the lines, because it's like Armorer told you gotta go bathe in the minds of the mines of Mandalore, right? The living waters of underneath the mines of Mandalore. And then we come back in the episode 1. She like, well, I don't know why you going. This shit is destruction. It's like, well, what is it? Like you just told me that's what I needed to do. I tell you, I could tell you. I told you in Boba Fett's episode that it couldn't be done because it's destroyed. In episode 1, I tell you I'm going to do it. You tell me I can't go do it because it's destroyed. Right? It's like a small little weird little dynamic that they had right there. So yeah, if we went to like ranking episodes, if I went by, I'll be like in all of it, the entire thing.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be one of the ones. It's gonna be in the lower tier.
Man, you got me thinking about that frog episode. I might have gave that. I might have shot Bell on that one. Damn, you're right.
It's the weakest episode of.
It's the weakest episode of the season 2.
But it moved. But the way it's set in the story. It still moved the story.
You think so though? Even with you're right though. You're right. Because you got to look at it as all
because I was about his ship, right?
Yeah, it's the weakest episode, bro.
Because then if I try to equate it to the one, because I was trying to think about that. Like,
it's the weakest, bro. It's the weakest
with the frog lady.
It got to be the way it start off, the way that,
frog lady one is the.
I'm like, damn, bro.
We got the Pergil.
We got the Pergil.
Yeah, we just got a bunch.
You got me looking at the first episode now. Like, you know what?
And then I was thinking about because I thought about that when I watched it, and I was like, okay, I enjoyed it, but if I was looking at like, okay, because like I don't want to like, because there is an old moment like, where we going? But then it's like, okay, maybe in season 1 they had the. But see, we met Cara Dune in that one because I like that first one. It seemed the one with the one where they
go on the little chase. That's kind of weak.
AT, the village.
What the dude telling the little Elliot, the blue dude? I forgot his name. Damn. He's like, come on, man. He's like, hey, boss, like, come on. I'm trying to.
Oh, he's like, who again?
Wait, what you talking about?
So you talking about the one where they go destroy the Imperial with the blue cookies, with the blue cookies that Grogu had. Because I was in season 1 when he should have got them cheeks with the little village that Herman Kara saved.
Oh,
like it was dope that they met each other. But like
you got me rethinking the first 2 seasons. Like, hold on, you're right.
But it paid off.
It did
in retrospect. So like because they brought Kara and ran into Kara and they. Like we were just setting
Yeah,
that
they
up to
fall. Yeah,
establish
they
her.
fall. They fight in
Yeah,
episode.
that
It's a
ATAC
little,
and all this and
it's
all
a little
that.
moment where Grogu come outside with the spots and stuff.
Yeah, he
the beam
good.
and shit.
Got
No,
the
that
frost.
was a good episode.
And
Yeah,
then, no, I enjoyed it.
I'm thinking of.
And it called back to that Clone Wars episode where they taught that little village to stand up for themselves against them pirates. It was like that. So it was cool. But like season 2, when they got the drop, that they stole a little drop ship and the blue dude, and he was annoying as hell.
Yeah, he was trying to rush him. He was like,
about 10 more years on
what
you, 100 more years on you.
What can you be quick about it? Like, shut up. He's like, I give your ass 100 years. You know,
Grief was extra grief in that one too.
Oh man, he was.
I'll give you 100 more years if you want to. I fucks with Grief too, but he was extra in that episode.
Grief.
He was extra.
Hey,
that might have been back-to-back episodes too, though.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, damn, man.
Because he had to go. Because was that how it went? Did he see Bo-Katan? Frog Lady led him to Bo-Katan, right? Because Frog Lady had had to connect with the Mandalorian.
They stole the ship in him for Bo-Katan, and then
but the ship was messed up, so he went to go get the ship fixed in Navarro.
Because he just kind of he didn't even wait till they landed. He was like, I'm just gonna take off from here. You know, he jumped off with the
Go pick up Grogu. He went to go get the ship, and he had to go get the ship fixed. And he stopped in Navarro, like, I'm gonna see some old friends, because he needed to go see Ahsoka Tano. So it was a bridge episode to go get the ship fixed.
Yep. And then it was like, hey, video game style. Hey, I need you to help me.
Yeah.
And they want to liberate this little rebel base. And
it was the blue dude that that brought the
show. He was annoying as hell. Yeah, he was annoying as hell. Well, can you be quick about it?
He's steaming off with his.
I'm drying out here, boss. Come on, boss and shit. I'm drying. Yeah. So, yeah. Ooh. It wasn't the strongest episode.
And it was in between. It was like, okay, we trying to get to Ahsoka. And we got a whole episode in between.
Yeah, right.
I thought we were seeing Ahsoka.
Yeah, that was a filler episode.
We didn't get that.
All right.
But I ain't trying to defend this episode. I always thought I didn't even think about that one. Because there's moments in the show that I like. I always thought the Frog Lady one was probably okay, we got to knuckle through this one. Damn. Like if they probably we needed her, so because she had the husband that'll take you to. So we had an adventure. It was always a mission. So that fit with the story. That fit. We don't know where this one was different is because it was just a catch-up episode to catch you up what you missed. And if you didn't watch Boba Fett season 2.5, if you didn't see that, you seen it like, oh, it's just. I can't imagine nobody that watched The Mandalorian that didn't see that in Boba. But if you didn't see that, that's what they just did one to get you, and then we're gonna give you a little jewel with the Pergil. Going for the Pergil, I'll be with you. Like it's the shittiest episode they ever did.